Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here, for all of your support, and I hope you're all doing really well. Today's pick a card reading is a pretty deep one. We are going to see what don't you realize about yourself. In front of me, I have 3 different options. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Choose the one that really calls out to you. Okay, let's get started. Group number 1, what don't you realize about yourself? Okay, so the first thing that comes to me when looking at your guys' cards are that you guys come across as being sophisticated, okay? Like you have your own, just like you come across like you are put together and you have your own sense of style, and I feel like it's all just like a reflection of who you are, okay? But I do actually kind of feel like you know that about yourself, like that you do feel like you are sophisticated, at least to a point, okay? But I think the part that is gonna kind of surprise you is that you really are seen to be like a put together person, okay? I feel like this group kind of reminds me of the type that, you have a lot going on typically. And so I feel like you feel like, one minute you're over here, the next minute you got this scheduled, and then you just feel like, oh my goodness, like, where are my keys? Where's this? Where's that? Like, how am I seen as put together? But like, I feel like people don't really know, they don't see that part of you. So the part that they do see about you is like arriving on time and just like being ready to go no matter what it is, okay? So some of you might even have a lot of meetings, okay? Just different things coming through. I just feel like you guys juggle a lot. So you get to see like your behind the scenes in your life and what it takes to get going and show up. But everybody else that just gets to experience you showing up and ready to go no matter what it is, they feel like, yeah, like you are seen as being put together, group 1. Okay, and on top of that, I feel like, there's just kind of like this sereneness to you, okay? Like just getting like a peaceful feeling when looking at this card, and it just goes along with your togetherness. So even if the outside of you is like, woo, I got a lot to do and a lot to get done, I still feel like, you have like this calm center to you. So I do feel like people feel at peace when they're around you. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you weren't morning people. I'm even getting kind of like a type A personality. Even though like you come across as being like having this chill center, I do still feel like you guys are kind of type A, okay? I feel like you like to take charge. You like to be on time. And I feel like you have a very full day, like a lot of stuff is usually lined up. When people try to make plans with you, I feel like you're like, you are the type that has to check their calendar or their planner, and see like, when am I free? Okay, so you guys are also coming across like, I feel like you have such a high standard for yourself. That's probably why you don't realize that you're seen as being put together, and having your ish together, so to speak. But I just feel like you do set the bar high for yourself. This group reminds me of the type that you might have, gotten like all straight A's, and then like that one time that you got a B, you kind of felt like you failed, like a failure, even though you weren't by any means, and I'm just getting like, again, like you really do really well in whatever it is that you put your mind to, but I feel like you don't always acknowledge that. You always strive to be better. That I think sometimes what's coming through is kind of like to take a moment and take a break and really step back and realize like how far you've come, how well you're doing, and that like a B is not a failure in life. And that's metaphorically speaking, okay? I'm not saying that, yes, you were a total straight A student, but it's just saying that, you have the bar so high that it's like, even like, doing B level work is like really well. In the long run of things, okay, I feel like this group's gonna be like, no, it's not. And that's why I do so well. Okay, but you guys get what I'm trying to say, okay? All right, so what is also coming through for this group is, okay, let's get some more So we have the Queen of Air, the Moon, the King of Earth reversed, and the Alchemist card. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you guys is that there's actually this... Okay, first of all, with the Queen of Air, okay, you guys, you definitely come across as having this fiery energy as well as air, so I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't a fire and air sign, but you don't have to be, okay? Also have a bit of water. The Moon is Pisces, and then, you know, the Earth sign here, but I feel like you guys do act like the Queen of Air, okay? You are very, like, sharp, intelligent, you're no nonsense, you know, you see right through things, you can be blunt if it comes to you to do so, and it's all about being true to yourself, okay? Okay, so along with being intelligent, and with this Two of Fire in particular, as well as this Alchemist and this Page of Swords card, I feel like, okay, you guys are really good at, I'm seeing research and studying, and like, you know, I'm getting like real student vibes. So, you know, group one, you guys might be students, okay? Either way, it's almost like I'm getting the impression, even if you're not, let's say you graduated, okay? It's almost like that was when you felt most in your element, most confident, was when you were studying and constantly learning. And yeah, and I'm just getting, it's almost like this feeling of now that you've graduated, if you have, it's like, you know, time to get a job type feeling. And that is where you feel like you are not in your element. Okay, I'm just getting this feeling of very like out of my comfort zone, you know, uneasiness and wanting to go back to that research study mode, okay, because that's where you've really like shined and you excelled. So actually, you know what's funny is it's almost like if you guys chose like a career where you studied or researched, or even like a teacher, you know, they're constantly learning about their subjects and, you know, having to, especially professors, like research, you know, and then like execute it and communicate. I feel like you guys would do really well, but, or anything along those lines, because it's almost like I'm seeing like here, you guys kind of feel like it's one or the other. Like I'm either a student or I'm working, but I'm seeing like if somehow you could combine that and like pick something where you were doing the things that you do really well at, okay? Even like the Page of Swords is kind of detective-like. I feel like you would really do well, okay? Or like a speaking job even. Just something where you're constantly like learning. This group likes to be mentally stimulated. And then you are communicating this knowledge somehow. It doesn't have to be a teacher, but that's definitely like the archetype that's coming through. Yeah, because with the Alchemist, it's saying like, you guys, you've got the knowledge, you've done the work, you've done the research. Now it's time to execute it. Like really like, yeah, like it says, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Okay, so yeah, I feel like now is the time to really start to execute what you know and put it into practice, put it into work, you know? And then I feel like you will shine the light on these fears that keep you feeling like, ooh, like I don't want to do that, okay? And also like the message that's coming through for you guys is to trust yourself, okay? Because yeah, anytime any of us do anything that's new, it can be kind of, you know, it can feel kind of like you could feel nervous, but I heard something once where it was like, but on the opposite end of like feeling nervous is excited. Like, you know, like it's like the same energy. So if you look at it more like that, anything new and different as being exciting, it's like your mind will like be for it instead of against it, okay? But yeah, you know, I do see though that you guys are definitely like about to take your talents to a whole new level, okay? I see that with the Ace of Pentacles, and then this King of Pentacles is gonna be, you know, upright. Like you guys are gonna start making money doing what it is you're good at, okay? I feel like it's all gonna make sense and fall into place. So you might not, it might not be there yet for you, but like something, the more you know, tap into what is a match for you, I feel like job-wise, like where can you hone your skills and talents and get paid to do that, you know, that kind of thing. once you like the light dawns on you, I feel like you guys are going to do amazing, and you know, you're going to become that King of Pentacles is what I'm seeing. Also, yeah, like you guys, you have the alchemist archetype, so you guys, you have what it takes. It's just like I said, it's about trusting yourself and really like, you know, tapping into what it is that would make all this come together, basically. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Okay, group number 2. So what don't you realize about yourself? Okay, group number 2. So right away, as I looked at your guys' cards, the lyric that came to me was Drake. His started from the bottom, now I'm here. Okay, so yeah, okay. You guys literally look like you went from not having a lot in life to like, you know, full 10 of Pentacles. Like, having it all, so to speak. Like, I feel like it's still a process for you guys, but man, you are on your way, okay? But in particular, what's coming through for you guys is that I feel like you guys experience some kind of huge setback. And what's coming through, this could be in regards to anything but finances or your career or job, is really what's coming through. I feel like something didn't go the way that it was supposed to, and you know, that it took you, like you thought your life was going one way and then it ended up going a completely different direction is what I'm seeing here. Okay, and this kind of drove you and fueled you to become the person that you are today, okay? Which is coming across like the King of Swords here. So you are very intelligent, you're very, you know, observant, you're very good at whatever it is that you're good at, okay? And you basically stop at nothing until you're like the best, okay? I'm just seeing a real driven person here, which I feel like is you guys. And you're constantly expanding your mind, okay? In this group, I feel like does like to be mentally stimulated, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were like, ugh, I can't stand, you know, like mindless chit chat, basically. Okay, I feel like you guys are pretty deep. Definitely getting water air vibes for this group. Okay, so yeah, I see you guys bettering yourself. You're working on your future, you know. You might not exactly be where you want to be, but it's like you're on your way, you know. Now, the thing though that I'm seeing is though, I feel like you guys can kind of be hard on yourselves, okay? It's kind of like, yes, I get like it's like you made sure that you never made that mistake again, okay? Like it was pretty devastating is what I'm getting. And it doesn't necessarily have to be job or finances. It could be in a relationship, it could be both, okay? It could be anything. I just feel like, you know, job and finances and career is what's coming through. But again, it doesn't have to be. It's just what's showing up. But it's kind of like though, I feel like you guys can definitely like ease up on yourselves, okay? And really step back and realize like how far you've come, and you know, and that people make mistakes, you know, and it's about learning from it and then moving forward. So it's just kind of like having the confidence is what's coming through to realize like where you're at now. You are not the same person that you were back when. And it's like, you know, and how could you have done different? Because you knew only what you knew back then, you know? So it's just about really realizing, you know, it's like having that wisdom to know. You're different now, you know? You're wiser. And yes, you know, you can ease up and you can still do amazing in life. I feel like sometimes you guys really kind of have this belief, like if you don't do everything with a certain energy, this go-getter like energy, like you won't do that well or be the best, okay? And I'm just like seeing that, no, that's not true, because again, you're operating from a totally different place than you were, okay? Like you're not the same person anymore. All right, and then we have Destroyer, Martyr reversed, and Page of Fire reversed, Knight of Water, and Six of Water reversed. Okay, so what I'm seeing with this is that I feel like there was a period of time where you were pretty hung up on the past, okay? like a relationship that ended, I do feel like you felt like they were the one and you still felt really connected to them. And now with the Destroyer here, I feel like it's really hitting you that in order to move on, that you have to fully let go of the past, okay? Because it says releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life, okay? I feel like recently, for some of you, this realization has come to you. Or it will, okay? Maybe that's what you don't quite realize right now, but, and others of you, I feel like you've been on this journey of really like healing and letting go. I'm getting this switch with this group as far as love goes, okay? But with the Martyr reverse, okay, so it says, you know, addiction to self-pity. So you guys want to watch that you don't fall into this trap of like feeling like you were the victim, because you will, regardless of what happened, okay, this is where like forgiveness and healing come through to take place, because honestly, if you move forward with this hurt and resentment still in your heart about whatever happened, I feel like you guys aren't going to give this like your best shot, like something new, okay? It's interesting because initially I got something different with the Page of Fire reversed, but now I'm seeing how that ties into this as well. So I feel like, yeah, like you guys will fall short, okay? So instead of really having an open heart and, you know, being this fun, spontaneous, adventurous, trusting person, you'll be closed off, okay? You will put your guarded self forward. I'm just getting more of a cold feeling, not this warm, friendly, you know, giving this person the benefit of the doubt type person. And then I feel like you know, could then create what you didn't want going into this new relationship, okay? And it's because you weren't over what happened in the past. That's why, like, it really does take time to heal. And, you know, just see things through a different perspective before we can truly, like, give somebody else a new start is what I'm seeing here. Also, group 2. It's interesting, I wanted to call you 1. I also feel like there's kind of a part of you that would play it safe, and I actually feel like that's part of the reason why we're still kind of connected to somebody from the past is what I'm seeing. So sometimes I feel like it wasn't, don't get me wrong, I do feel like you felt like they were the one and connected, but after a while, I feel like that connectedness and why you weren't moving on was kind of to play it safe is what I'm seeing, okay? Because I feel like, you know, once you truly do, I feel like heal from the past, like the Page of Fire is going to be upright and you're going to feel like yourself again. And I feel like a lot of you are there, okay? But, it, you know, it can be a process, so. And I just feel like, you know, you're coming back to yourself. You're feeling fun, you're feeling passionate and alive again, and just like, you know, kind of like that feeling of like, all right, like taking more risk is what's coming to me, okay? And then I feel like that is when you have this night, listen, oh, okay. I was going to say like Knight of Water, but, which is like the Knight of Cups, which is like, you know, a definite love card, but no, the Knight, oh my gosh, I keep doing it. The 9 of Water here. So when you take the risk, that is when, like, this wish fulfillment is going to happen, group 2. That's what I'm seeing with that. You guys just have to be mindful, okay? Mindful that you don't get caught up in these patterns, okay, that kind of sabotage a connection before it really gets a chance to take off, to, you know, breathe and come alive is what I'm seeing. I feel like sometimes this group kind of cuts people off and ends it before they have a chance to hurt you is what I'm seeing. But honestly, group 2, I'm seeing that the next, I feel like you guys, you're on a whole different level now. So it's kind of like I'm getting the impression that the people that you are going to attract in your life are going to be more on the same page as you, okay? And I don't feel like you're not going to have to play any games or like, you know, withhold or cut it off from them first, okay? And that's what I mean. Like, be mindful of those patterns that kind of sabotage a connection. Plus, the word addiction is popping out at me. So I feel like, you know, the more you guys venture into the unknown and the more, you know, you're in this new energy, it's like, be mindful that you don't get caught up in addictions or, you know, like, moderation is the key here, okay? Don't overdo anything to try and help yourself feel better about being comfortable in the unknown, because I see it all being all right, okay? And I just feel like once you really do tap into, like, you guys are like a combination, okay? You are a combination of this King of Swords and this Page of Fire. So on one hand, you do have a mature side to you who is very wise, especially given whatever's happened and what you've learned from the past. And then you have a very youthful, fun, adventurous side to you that's very fiery, very passionate. Okay, so I see that. You guys, on one hand, you can be kind of like aloof and like a poker face, like the King of Swords, and, you know, you don't hesitate to cut off from people. But then there is this part of you, and I feel like this is when you guys really shine, is when you tap into that fiery side to you, okay? Who's very like, life is an adventure, and you're more spontaneous and you're more fearless, okay? So I feel like that's the key, okay? Bring more of that Page of Fire to your King of Swords persona, okay? And then that's when I feel like this wish that you want is going to happen. And then I feel like this is going to turn upright too. And the person that you end up with, it's going to feel like the Six of Water is very like coming home type of feeling, that soul recognition. You're going to have that with this person. For some of you, this is going to be somebody you already know of, okay? And for others of you, it's going to feel like you've known this person, okay? But either way, group 2, what I'm trying to say is, I'm really just be mindful of like any patterns that you have that you tend to do in relationships when it gets rocky, and really tap into that King of Swords and like communicate with the person, hear them out, you know, don't just be quick to jump ship when things get rocky. And, you know, bring that Page of Fire, that lively, more of a risk taker persona, and I feel like, you know, this is when things are going to start to unfold amazingly for you, group 2. All right, group 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Okay, group number 3, what don't you guys realize about yourself? Okay, so all right, so immediately what I see for you guys is that you felt like at one point in your life that you had it all, okay? With the 10 of Cups here, I'm just getting like, you felt like life was like a dream and it couldn't get any better, and you just had like this happy home, I'm feeling, like relationship-wise, with the person that you felt like was your soulmate, okay, or twin flame. And then something happened is what I'm seeing here. And it's like a rug got ripped out from under you, okay? I'm getting a real abrupt change type of feeling. And I feel like along with that, kind of like it shook up your confidence for a long time, I'm seeing, okay? And for some of you, this might not be a relationship, but a relationship is like what is coming through as being that main thing for most of you, okay? But it is a general reading, so it could be different for all of you. I'm just getting like this major moment of where it felt like the rug got ripped out from under you, and you guys are really trying to like, well, you have been on this journey of like healing and, you know, going through a transformation really, and just like trying to find your footing again is what I'm seeing. I actually feel called to pull out the rest of the cards because they go hand in hand with this really well. Okay, so yeah, I feel like at your guys' best, you are the King of Wands, okay? So you're a real bold, confident, driven person who, honestly, you do show up like a leader, okay? Or at least you have that potential. I feel like some of you don't realize that. That's one of the things. But yeah, you definitely have the potential to be a leader. I feel like, you know, a lot of you are tapping into spirituality now and just really honing in on that. I feel like your intuition is heightening, especially after all that you've gone through. I feel like you do feel other people's emotions. Okay, I'm getting like a real empath type vibe from you guys. But anyway, I feel like you guys, you definitely come across like an Aries and a Leo. Okay, I'm getting a lot of like Aries Leo vibes here. So I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't have that in your chart, if you're not one. Either way though, I feel like, so you guys, you kind of have like this way about you where you bring out this competitive side of others. Sometimes it's like you bring out this competitiveness in others, and other times I actually feel like, you know, you have opinions that you guys really hold dear to yourself, and I feel like, you know, when you voice it, it kind of like activates it in other people. Like then they want to voice their opinion. And if you guys don't share the same opinions, I feel like you can kind of get into it. I'm actually getting this group likes to debate things that mean a lot to them. Okay, so this is interesting. So you're very vocal when it comes to things that matter to you, is what I'm seeing, okay? I feel like a lot of you do know that about yourselves. But here's what you might not realize. So those people that you're actually like bring up this either a competitive or like an opinionative side to them, I actually feel like they are kind of intimidated by you, like regardless of how they act, okay? I feel like some of you are going to be like, really? Because they come right back at me with the same, you know, like energy that you come at them with. But yeah, guys, that's what I'm seeing. Like, I really do feel like you guys kind of rattle and shake people up a little bit, okay? This is interesting, but you guys are the type, though, that honestly, you get people questioning things. You get people thinking, okay, you kind of rock the boat in a certain way, but it's like, but it's kind of good. Like, it kind of inspires some kind of like, it opens people's minds to a different point of view, okay? So this is interesting. And I feel like that's kind of like how you guys operate. Like, you're always kind of thinking like, how can we make things better for you think that for yourself, you think that for other people, okay? Little bit of a humanitarian vibe coming through for this group. Some of you definitely are a humanitarian, but like the main energy that I'm seeing is kind of like, this is the group that shakes things up, okay? Kind of like the rebel with a, this is what I call like the rebel with a cause. Like somebody who goes against the norm to make some kind of a positive change, you know? That's you guys, okay? Either way though, going back to the original thing though, I just feel like, you know, when you guys went through that breakup though, it's like this monumental moment that like changed things for you. It changed like the course of your life. You thought it was going one direction and now it's totally going another way. So not only do you get people questioning things, but this got you questioning things. Okay, like your purpose in life, what is your authentic path, who are you, you know, like the big questions, you know, as well as like diving into spirituality, I feel. So I feel like you guys, there was also a lot of like drama, I feel, surrounding this breakup for some reason, okay? So it's possible with the Lovers reversed, like it might have involved another person for one of you. For some of you, okay, this is only going to be a portion of you, not getting that it's the majority necessarily. I actually feel like you guys might have like entertained somebody else, like kind of gambled and lost both people for some reason. Like they found out about each other, okay? That's coming through for some of you. And I feel like you regret that. Yeah, like I'm just getting like the person that you were with was like your main, like the real deal compared to the other person is what I'm getting. And for some of you, it might have been the new person. It was more like who you thought was a match or the one. Okay, that's going for some of you. Either way, I'm getting this feeling of like, kind of like, and for some of you, that could have been reversed. It could have been your person with somebody else. And then for the rest of you, it's not a third party situation, okay? It's just like something happened and this connection ended, okay? Either way, I definitely see, though, for some reason, you guys are questioning your own judgment now, though. And it could be for falling for somebody like them. Or it was about something you did, okay? Again, general reading, take what resonates, but I am definitely seeing this kind of like when I said like the confidence is shaken with the King of Wands reversed. And the Lovers reversed, it just tells me that, yeah, you guys are kind of like, there is regret. So either way, no matter who did what, it's kind of like your part in it, though, bothered you. Like, however this whole thing went down. Something bothers you, and you're questioning your decisions that you made, as well as your judgment. And I see that, you know, it was very like, basically, I feel like it was a devastating time. It was very heartbreaking. Possibly you had sleepless nights, felt like your emotions were kind of like all over the place with the Four of Air reversed. Like, you know, you guys are coming out of that now, though. I don't even feel like this was like recent. Maybe for some, but like for the majority of you, this is just something that really like shook you up, okay? And you've had to deal and heal, and it like led you to this new path is what I'm seeing here. And then with this Page of Earth reversed, I feel like, you know, sometimes I just get this impression that like you guys will be moving forward. You'll feel amazing. You know, you're this elevated self now, you know, because you rose above overall. You know, I'm not saying you don't here and there kind of dip or feel moody or upset, but like, and then all of a sudden it's almost like you guys stop yourself from being happy. Like you feel like you're going to be crushed again if you allow yourself to be happy, okay? I just see you kind of getting in your own way is what's coming through here. And I'm really just like wanting to tell you to become that King of Wands again and just really like take charge of your life, you know, and start blazing down this new path is what I'm seeing, and just really coming alive again and feeling joyful again. And I'm even getting this sense of freedom, you know, like he's in this open field here, and I'm just getting this sense of like, like you guys can breathe again. Like you are in this spacious place and you feel free and alive, okay? And like a boss, honestly. The other thing that's coming through is I feel like, you know, you guys actually do come across, I'm just getting the impression that you might feel like you were like the bad guy in this situation, but I'm really seeing though that you guys overall do come across like an earth angel, okay? Like I'm getting the archetype angel for you guys. So you do so much good that I don't even know that you realize that, okay? And you have touched a lot of people's lives. And I honestly do feel like, you know, overall, you guys, you mean well, okay? And you really do have a positive ripple effect in other people's lives. Every kind act creates another ripple effect. And I feel like that's what you guys do. You really are kind people. You are givers at heart. And honestly, if you're ever tempted, like if you feel the opposite, like your ex was the bad guy and they took advantage of your kindness or something, honestly, guys, that was their karma. You know what I mean? Like, so keep being that angel that you are, okay? It does not go unnoticed. It's done so much good. And that is what I feel like you guys don't realize, but that's coming forward strongly for you. Also, I feel like you guys went through a period of like shutting people out of your life, okay? With a Three of Cups reversed. And I understand, you know, there's like a time and a place for everything. And sometimes we do. We need to be alone, you know, to get back, to really reconnect with ourselves, you know. But I'm feeling like this is a time though, actually, where you do want to start allowing the friendship, where you do want to reconnect with friends and family and whoever means the most to you, okay? Because it's really interesting to me that this is like a purplish pink color and this is pink, and they're right next to each other. So it's kind of got that feeling of like, they're going to help you. They're going to help you see the angel side of you, okay? Whereas I feel like your mind felt like you would just get judgments. And if you are going to get judgments from, you know, the group you're thinking of, then that's not the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that see you through the best light, okay? That's who you need to reconnect with. And they're going to help you to really become the person that you're meant to become, okay? Because I feel like you guys definitely have this interesting boss-like nature, but you're also like an earth angel, okay? Who has a heart and is a giver and means well for yourself and others. Very heart-centered people. So even when, you know, you come across as being kind of opinionative and maybe blunt with your delivery at times, I honestly feel like you mean well though. Like again, it's for like the betterment of society, the betterment of humanity and everyone you know, okay? So you're definitely like a voice or an advocate for others is what I'm seeing. And I feel like that's your path, you know, that like that's how it's supposed to unfold. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.